WFSU's annual Summer Challenge kickoff. My name is Haley and I'm the Education Coordinator with WFSU Public Media. It's so nice to meet you. Oh, and we're gonna have so much fun this summer with mountains of activities and mounds of learning and hills to... Wait, you don't know what I'm talking about, do you? Oh, well, let me tell you all about WFSU's Summer Challenge. The Summer Challenge is a program anyone can participate in all summer long. Starting June 8th, you can pick up a Summer Challenge bag while supplies last at any Leroy Collins Leon County Public Library. The Summer Challenge bags are full of activities and goodies from us at WFSU and from our partners across Tallahassee and North Florida. And they'll also have our Summer Challenge checklist. You can also visit wfsu.org/Summer Challenge to find our checklist. The checklist gives multiple options to learn and play all summer long. And as you check off each challenge item, you get points. At the end of the summer, add up all of your points and send it back to us at WFSU. And you can receive all sorts of wonderful PBS Kids prizes. This year's Summer Challenge is about mountains, hills, and mounds. But are there hills around here or mountains? Are there mountains in Tallahassee? Have you ever seen a mountain before? Hey, wait, I know about a mountain in Alaska called Mount Denali. But who do we know that lives in Denali? What's that? That's right, it's Molly of Denali. And guess what? On June 7th, a very special Molly of Denali movie called Molly and the Great One will premiere on WFSU TV at 8 a.m. Let's take a sneak peek right now.
It's a summer of possibilities on PBS Kids with an all-new Molly of Denali movie adventure.
We're all going to the top of Denali!
Grab your hiking boots.
We've been learning a ton about mountain climbing. We want to show you we're ready for Denali.
And get ready to take on the nearly impossible.
It's happening!
Don't miss a special 1-hour Molly of Denali movie event on PBS Kids.
Wow, that looks like it's gonna be a great movie. And you know what? Just like Molly, I have lots of questions about the things around me, and she's taught me so much about how and where to find more information. I tried to look for mountains in Tallahassee, but I can't seem to find anything. But guess what I did find out? Did you know that Tallahassee is called the City of 7 Hills? I wonder why that is. What are hills made of anyway? What are the red hills? Those are around here, right? And you know what? Why is there so much sand everywhere and a bunch of red soil in other places around here? What's a geologist? Would they know the answers to these questions? Are there geologists in Tallahassee? Oh my gosh, I just have so many different questions. I don't even know where to answer them. Wait, I know. Let's go on an adventure around Tallahassee to find the answers to these questions together. What do you say? Okay, let's go. I've got so many questions that I can't answer myself, so I might need to have some friends come and join me to answer them. So first, let's meet up with WFSU Education Manager Tasha to start our adventure together. See you there.
Hey, Haley.
Hey, Tasha.
We are here at one of my most favorite places near our Tallahassee home. We are at St. Mark's.
I love it here.
I do too. It's so exciting. You never know what kind of creatures you're going to see or what kind of rocks you might find. It's never ending. So many birds around us right now. The wind is blowing. It is a glorious day. But we're talking about mountains, hills, and mounts, aren't we?
Yeah, but I don't see any mountains.
No, I don't either. But did you know that where we're standing right now sometimes was covered completely by water and we'd be way over our heads?
Oh, I thought the tide just came in a little bit.
Well, over the centuries, Florida's been covered by water, really abundant water. And at other times it's been really exposed and we would have been far, far away from the coastline. So it's ever changing and all of the ingredients that make it change are right here. We've got water, we've got wind, we've got rocks, and we have a lot of sand. So Haley, let's look at some sand since we have so much of it. Let's get a close-up look at it.
Oh, like this sand?
There we go. A bucket of sand. Perfect. Now, is this just sand?
I mean, I got it on the ground.
But there's other bits and pieces in it, aren't there? What's in yours?
Oh, well, I guess I have a little bit of seagrass.
I've got a nice piece of seagrass too.
Oh, okay. So maybe there's some other things in sand besides sand.
Definitely. There can be lots of different shells and bits and pieces of marine animals. Sometimes you even find a marine animal in it that's ready to go back into the sand to be left alone. And this is really cool too, because this piece of seagrass, if we look at fossils, we can find fossilized seagrass that looks exactly like this.
Wow.
So it's really exciting to see proof that over thousands and thousands and millions of years, these same seagrasses have been here.
That makes them really old.
Yes, it does. And you can see too, like, are all your sand pieces the same color?
No, I see some whitish, and I see some brownish, and I see some black, tiny little specks. So
Exactly.
there's lots of stuff in here.
Lots of different things. And sand is actually made out of what we call silica. And silica, the most common place to find it is in a rock called quartz. Have you ever heard of quartz?
I have. Isn't that what my kitchen counter is made of?
Sometimes I guess it can be. There's lots of things that we make, well, out of rocks and certainly out of quartz too. The quartz that you've seen, what colors has it come in?
I've seen pink quartz, and I've seen white quartz, and I guess I've seen kind of sand-colored quartz.
Exactly. And that's one of the things that makes our area of the Panhandle and the beaches around us so beautiful, is that we have very white quartz material that has washed down from the mountains and given us our silica sand beaches. Do you think that everything we have around us is the way it has been forever?
I don't know. Things change all the time.
They do. Let's bend down, and I'm going to gather up some of this wet sand. So when the earth was forming, we have what's called plates. So some of the plates are water plates, some of them are land plates. And what happens is these plates over time move together. And as they smush together, what's happening?
It's getting higher.
It is. So here we've got more land, and the plates keep moving and moving and moving over thousands and thousands of years. And that's how our mountains happen. So these plates keep smushing up and up and up and up. And if we go far enough, like right now we're kind of in the south of the Panhandle here at St. Mark's. But if we kept walking, what do you think we'd find?
Eventually, I think we'd find a mountain, but it might be a while before we get there.
That's true. And that's why it's so interesting, because even though while we're here, it seems like the earth is standing still, but it's not. Our earth is constantly moving, and it's constantly pushing soil and rocks into different formations. And then what happens if you get a lot of rain?
I think it'll run down the sides.
Want to see?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
try it out.
Do you want to try it?
Okay.
Okay.
I'll pour it. Should I pour it fast or slow?
It's totally up to you. You are Mother Nature, and you're making it rain.
okay. Oh, wow.
What's happening to the mountain?
It looks like it's melting.
It does, and it's kind of rounding off the edges. And did it just go to one direction?
No, it went to this side and that side.
That's exactly right. So over time, it looked like a huge mountain, and then with rain and snow and all that kind of water interaction, it kind of melts the rocks. It pulls the rocks off of the top of this mountainous surface, and it carries it down. And that's what turns into rivers.
And that happened over one rainstorm?
Yes, every time it rains, it changes the earth in some way.
Every time it rains.
Every
A lot
time.
of rain over time. Okay.
And what do you think's going to happen if it's super windy?
Well, eventually it'll kind of blow the sand when it's dry.
Exactly.
Or the rocks.
Now, was it just sand that fell down the mountain?
No, there's also some of the seagrass that also came off
That's
the sides.
right. That's exactly right. So when the rain pours down, it carries along with it everything in its path. So that's how we get lots of different pieces and parts and minerals and other rocks as it washes down a higher surface. It can get a lot more complicated than that. But to learn even more, we would have to visit with a geologist.
Oh, do you know any of those?
I think we do. Let's go see who we can find to tell us even more about rocks, soil, erosion, and all kinds of things about mountains, hills, and mounds. Hi everyone! We are at Wakulla Springs State Park right now at this little special magical place called Cherokee Sinks. And I happen to have with me Harley Means, who is a geologist. Hey Harley!
Hi there, how are you?
Great, thanks for visiting with me today.
Absolutely, happy
Visiting
to
with
do so.
All of us today.
Yes.
So my first question for you, of which there are many, is what is a geologist?
Well, a geologist is a person who studies geology. And so your next question, I'm assuming, is what is
does it-
geology?
Exactly.
So geology is the study of the earth. And most people, when they think about geology and geologists, you think about rocks, right? Because they are a big part of the earth. In fact, you see these rocks we're standing on right here. These are rocks that I study.
Which is
So
great, because
it
we have so many questions about these rocks.
Well, good.
A little bit earlier,
Uh-huh.
we were at St. Mark's, we were on the beach, and we were looking at the sand around us.
Right.
And we were remembering how anywhere we go in Florida, it can be sandy, it can be red clay, there's lots of different things going on in our state.
Right.
Let's start with what we're standing on. Let's talk about that first, and then how it relates to the sand that we stood on earlier.
Sure. So Florida is pretty unique from a geological perspective because what underlies the entirety of the state at different depths is what we're standing on here. And this material is limestone. And limestone is pretty cool because in Florida, at least, most of our limestones were the result of the deposition of billions of little tiny marine organisms and clams and snails and all kinds of other things that lived in warm, shallow seas, and over many, many millions of years, as they died and accumulated on the seafloor, a big thickness of them built up, and over geologic time, and we're talking millions of years, those organisms become compressed and actually can become what we call lithified. In other words, they turn into hard rock, which is what we see underneath us. So this is essentially the foundation of all of Florida. Now, depending on where you are in the state, you may have a thin cover of quartz sand or clay, and some places the limestone is right near the surface, like where we are here at Cherokee Sink. So we're in a special part of North Florida here where limestone is very near the surface, and we call this region the Woodville Karst Plain. And I'll tell you what karst means
Yes,
if you're
please.
interested.
Been eager to
So
know.
karst is a term that geologists use to describe land features that form in areas where limestone is near the surface. And it turns out one of those classic features happens to be what's right behind me here. This giant circular lake is actually a sinkhole. I like to think of it as we sort of live on a giant sponge, and everyone knows what a sponge looks like, right? A sponge has a whole bunch of holes. All those holes are interconnected, and when you dump the sponge into water, it can hold a lot of water. Well, here's the water in our sponge right behind us.
No, we thought there was a relationship between the Appalachian Mountains and the sediments, the dirts and soil that we have on our beaches. Is that accurate? What is that true?
That is absolutely accurate. So depending on where you are in Florida, we have different kinds of sands on our beach, right? On our beaches. So
Right.
Florida has more beaches than just about any state in the lower 48 anyway. And in North Florida, particularly out in the Panhandle region, all the way around to about where we are in St. Mark's, all of that sand on the beach is quartz sand.
Okay.
And that's important. And the reason it is there is because quartz is a very hard substance. Quartz is a mineral. And that mineral originally came from igneous and metamorphic rocks that were uplifted in the Appalachian Mountains. And as those Appalachian Mountains over many, many, many millions of years have slowly eroded away, the only sediments that make it down to Florida are the ones that are really, really hard. And that happens to be quartz. And so how did it get down here? So as these mountains are eroding over geologic time, rivers bring down the sediment and they slowly make their way to the Gulf, right? And that's where rivers like the Apalachicola and the Choctawhatchee, they transport that material down here. Now,
Okay.
the Apalachicola River is the only river that has tributaries that reach all the way up into the Appalachians, southern Appalachians.
And when you say tributaries, that's like a fancy word for smaller rivers.
It is,
that
so-
branch off of the main river.
Right, so it's when multiple rivers come together, right? The two rivers that come together, or the two streams that come together, are called tributaries because they contribute flow to the bigger river.
And that's great to hear that additional explanation, because when we were at St. Mark's, if you remember, I gathered up the sand and made a pretend mountain range. And then we poured water over it. We could see the sediments pouring down, and the weathering kind of took the edges off of that sand peak. Is that sort of what we're seeing here too with these rocks? They seem pretty smooth in some places.
They do. So weathering can take many different forms. There are physical weathering properties that, say, for instance, wind and rain can actually physically remove particles and remove pieces. But in Florida, most of what happens, certainly to the limestone, is what we call chemical weathering. And that's what we were talking about when we were talking about karst, right? So as that acidic water comes down and interacts with the limestone and starts to dissolve away some of the limestone, that removal process is called chemical weathering.
It's fascinating. So, Haley, we're surrounded by red clay here. And if we look up, it could be like another 10 feet almost. Looks totally different than what we had at St. Mark's. Let's examine this red stuff a little bit closer.
Yeah, we've already kind of been digging around in the clay, and we can see that it's staining our hands red.
But it's also mixed with a lot of different rocks and things like that. This is real crumbly. But you can see how, like, if you pack it down, it can turn into almost a brick.
Yeah, it does kind of look like a brick. And I've seen clay pots that look like this too.
That's right. Especially when we look at native artifacts, we find a lot of pottery that looks about the same color too.
Yeah.
I bet they really knew how to work this clay. It's almost like a earthenware clay.
Yeah, it is. You probably would need to mix it with water though, because it's really, really dry.
Super crap. Yeah.
In a way, it's kind of like the sand because it does crumble apart like sand, but it's already packed in together. And it's making my hands so red. Why is it red?
I think the red comes from iron deposits, because iron is a mineral and it's heavier. I bet it's heavier than the silica and the quartz that we saw at the beach.
Oh,
But we should probably ask an expert about that.
probably. And you know what? I also noticed there's a hole over here right behind me in the ground.
There sure is.
I think something was digging around in there.
You
What
know,
do you think that
can
is?
even see that because you can see it's been dug out.
Yeah, there's some dirt thrown back this way. But I don't think a human would stop to dig a little
No.
hole like that.
Probably not. I bet it's something with really powerful claws that likes to live in the ground. And likes to eat green vegetables. Maybe some bugs.
What do you think that
I'm
is?
gonna guess it's a tortoise.
Oh, well, what kind of tortoises live around
We
here?
have gopher tortoises here.
Oh.
And if you're lucky enough, you can see one. Even at St. Mark's, but up here as well. They're an animal that's been with our area for ages and ages.
That's amazing. Well, I don't think I've ever met a gopher tortoise before. We should probably check that out.
We should check that out. Love it. Let's do it.
So we were just at Old Centerville Road where we saw lots of red clay and we saw a burrow in the side of the wall that we thought maybe it was a gopher tortoise's burrow. But we don't know a whole lot about gopher tortoises, so we wanted to make sure we found out a little bit more with a real gopher tortoise. So here I am at the Tallahassee Museum to learn a little bit more about gopher tortoises. And here with me I have Education Programs Manager Allison, who's going to tell us a little bit more about this tortoise. Hey Allison.
Hey there.
Thank you for coming today.
Glad to be here.
So can you tell us a little bit more about this gopher tortoise?
So this gopher tortoise is a permanent resident here at the Tallahassee Museum because she was attacked by a dog. So she will spend the rest of her life here.
Okay, so, oh yeah, I can see a little bit of the damage on its leg. So it's here because it's being protected now.
Yes. So gopher tortoises usually live in longleaf pine forests around sandy soils, and they use their front legs to help them dig burrows. And those burrows are very important to the ecosystem. They can house over 350 different types of species inside that burrow.
Wow. So they use those claws to dig out as far in as they can go?
Yeah, they'll usually dig down to about 10 feet, and these front legs normally act like shovels to help shovel the dirt and the sand out of the way, and they'll usually just sit at the bottom of the burrow and wait until they need to come out and find something to eat.
Well, what do they eat then?
So they like to eat a lot of cacti. They also like to eat sparkleberry and some of the grasses that are in the area as well.
So if we were to be outside and about, maybe somewhere where there's a lot of sand or there is a forest, and we see a gopher tortoise, do we touch it? Do we pick it up?
So gopher tortoises are a threatened species, so they are protected. So you don't ever want to touch a gopher tortoise if you find it in the wild unless you do see that it might be attacked by something or injured. You also don't want to touch its burrow or anything living inside the burrow. The burrow is also protected.
Okay, that's good to know. And of course, if we see a gopher tortoise out and about, do they swim? We don't need to put them in the water, right?
No, tortoises are completely land-bound, so it would be very detrimental to them if you were to put them in the water. So just leave them alone.
But sometimes you can find them near water, right?
Yes, so they do need to drink water, but they do get a lot of their water from the plants that they're going to eat as well.
Oh, okay. So I've also heard that tortoises can be very old. How old is this tortoise?
So we don't know exactly how old this tortoise is. We just kind of estimate it based on size. And she's probably about 40 to 50 years old. And they can live to be up to about 80 in the wild.
Oh my goodness. Have we found tortoise fossils before?
Yes, so tortoises and turtles they are prehistoric animals. So they have that scaly skin just like you would find from your ancestor, your dinosaurs that have that scaly skin. They are reptiles, so they are those prehistoric animals.
Tortoises are so much older than I ever thought. So there's probably tortoise fossils along with other types of fossils. So maybe we should go investigate some more fossils. Next time you're in the area, please make sure you come and check out the Tallahassee Museum so you can learn more about our local area. Thank you so much, Allison.
Thank you.
And tortoise.
It can be really hard to imagine that millions of years ago, parts of North Florida were underneath the ocean. Your backyard might have been completely underwater, home to all kinds of sea animals and plant life. Now it's just trees and bugs. But that's only what we can see on the surface. If you look closely, you might find a million-year-old clue right beneath you. But first, you'll need a shovel.
One of the big things you want to look at is what is the overall texture of your soil.
Mark is a horticulture expert. That means he knows everything there is to know about plants, fruits, and especially soil. He says that if we dig a hole in the ground, it can tell us if we're standing where an ancient ocean used to be. See this line? It's an ancient coastline. On this side, animals used to roam around, living off the land. And on the sandy side is where the ocean used to be. We call this line the Cody Escarpment, or the Scarp. Let's follow Mark to the sandy side of the scarp and see what he finds. This soil might look soft, but if we get really close, we see rough-looking grains. Over millions of years, rocks have broken down into these little grains and turned into the soil beneath us.
Right, so this sand that we have here at some point was part of rocks, maybe part of the Appalachian Mountains.
Grains travel for miles and create all types of soil. Here, we find sand, which is made up of big grains. Clay is made up of tiny grains packed closely together. And in the middle are medium-sized grains, known as silt. Let's head to the other side of the scarp and check out what kind of soil we can find there.
Okay, I see we're getting down to some orange stuff down there.
This orange soil is known as Orangeburg. It's mostly sand, but with little bits of clay.
So you can tell you're dealing with clay because as you start to put it together in your fingers and you rub it, those fine clay particles will get, kind of stuck almost in your fingerprints, it feels like.
It might look simple, but soil is rich with history. So remember,
soil is really important, so take good care of your soil and don't call it dirt.
The stones that we're standing on right now, what did it look like around us ages ago? Like, let's say when we had mastodons and mammoths and animals like that.
Okay. So those animals that you're referring to, the mastodons and the mammoths and the giant sloths and the giant armadillos and the saber-toothed lions, believe it or not, those animals roamed this part of Florida about 12,000 years ago. And that's from a geological perspective, that is a very, very small amount of time. So that was just essentially
not that long
a
ago.
couple of minutes ago from a geologic perspective.
Did it look similar to what we have now, where we have pine trees and a lot of water here, or did it look different?
Well, it depends.
Okay.
And the reason I say that is because climate is always changing. And so throughout the period that geologists call the Pleistocene epoch, which is about 2.6 million years ago to about 11,700 years ago, when the animals that you and I are talking about went extinct, the reason that time period is interesting is because we had massive continental glaciers advance in North America and other parts of the globe. And when those glaciers built up, what do you think happened to sea level?
It got
So you trap all this water on the continent, and that's not water that is available to be in the oceans. So ocean levels dropped, right? So Florida's land area expanded, and the climate probably changed. It was probably drier then, and of course the plants and animals would respond to that. So the reason I said it depends on when you're talking about, because many, many times during the Pleistocene, glaciers would advance and then they would retreat. And then they would advance, and then they would retreat. And it depends on what glacial period you're talking about that would dictate what kind of ecosystem,
and animals,
if you will.
and all of that would change.
Right, they would.
Just like right now, it's changing every day.
And it's always changing.
We know that soil can be a gateway to the past. But what if we went even deeper? What would we find in the rocks or underwater? Harley Means is a geologist. He studies the rocky terrain of the Earth and everything within it. He also has an interest in fossils.
As you walk down here and look at the limestone, you'll see some fossils in here. Tell me if you see a fossil.
The study of Earth's history based on fossils is called paleontology. When he goes hunting for fossils, Harley explores the area around Florida's rivers where layers of the Earth are easiest to see. Here he discovers millions of years of history inside the rocks.
This limestone is early Miocene. It's somewhere between 20 and 23 million years old. So what does that mean? What was going on here where we're standing 20 to 23 million years ago? Yes, we're under a shallow sea.
By exploring this ancient sea, Harley can find the fossils of all kinds of ancient sea animals. These are the ribs of a sea cow. And of course, he finds lots and lots of shells.
Not everybody can get excited about a fossil shell, but I believe everybody can get excited about fossil sharks, particularly beautiful, big fossil shark teeth. This is the Meg-tooth shark. If you do a comparison of its tooth length to its body length, this creature could have been in excess of 50 feet long.
Exploring the Earth can tell us so much about ancient animals, but what could we find if we went underwater? We can find evidence of another massive animal, the mammoth.
Yeah, this is probably a juvenile or calf mammoth tooth plate.
But it's not just the history of animals that can be found underwater. It's the history of people, too. These archaeologists study artifacts, the ancient items left behind by people who lived here long ago. On the Wassissa River, they've discovered artifacts of the Swanee people. What these archaeologists want to know is if the Swanee people and the ancient animals lived here at the same time. Did they live together? Did they interact? There are so many questions about the history of North Florida. It's amazing to know that all the answers are right beneath you. You just have to look.
Hi everyone, Tasha here. I'm at the Museum of Florida History, and I have with me a very special friend, Lydia.
Hi there, I'm Lydia Malone, a museum educator here.
And Lydia is lucky enough to be at this wonderful place probably every day.
Every day.
Which is amazing, surrounded by history and geology and so many amazing things. And she was telling me about this wonderful exhibit. What do we call this exhibit?
So this is one of our original interactives from when the museum was first built. And this is going to show the changing coastline of Florida after the last ice age and into what we now know as Florida's current climate situation.
So earlier when we were at the beach, we went to St. Mark's, if you remember, we talked about how where we were standing sometimes was water over our heads, and sometimes we couldn't even see the beach because the water's changed so much here in our Tallahassee Big Bend area. And let's have a quick look at exactly how much it's changed. So, Lydia, if I'm getting this right, I'm going to pull the lever. And this is saying here, sea level 12,000 years ago.
Yes, so this was when Florida was about 2 times the size it is now. So this is as if we were still roaming with the mastodons and mammoths.
Ooh, I love that. Okay, so I'm pulling the lever, and this is showing me now. Oh, I can see it moving up.
Looks more like actual Florida now.
It does, but it also shows us how shallow the water can be around our watery home. So I have to hold this lever, right? It's not going to stay.
It will not stay. So we will return back to 12,000 years ago. But I think that's great because those are some of the questions you have.
It is, because it really changed the shape of our state over and over again. Do you think that our state is finished changing shape?
There's a long history of rising sea levels, lowering sea levels. It happens in a cycle. So right now we're in a cycle where the sea levels are higher because our glaciers at the poles have shrunk. So there's more water available. But time and time again, they've gotten bigger. So the sea water actually lowers because all the water gets trapped in the glaciers. And then we get bigger Florida. But this could change even more because Florida could, swerve over here, swerve over there. There's a lot going on, not just with the sea levels, but also with the tectonic plates.
That's right, because we talked about plates a little bit too when we were at St. Mark's, that those plates are constantly moving even when we can't feel it, and changing the world around us. And of course, we know every time we have a hurricane, sometimes that changes our coastline too.
Yes, very rapidly.
So we've got really, really slow geologic changes and then rapid ones also.
Exactly, so there's a lot going on.
It's a party down there on Earth's surface. Just one more time, I'm going to pull the lever, because this is just amazing. I love seeing how much land is exposed, because people like us, and like you said, What were some of the animals that you mentioned? Did you say mammoths and
We
mastodons?
had mammoths, mastodons, ancient camels, prehistoric horses, giant sloths, also giant armadillos, huge bison, so all sorts of
Wow.
stuff that we've found in our archaeological record in the changing Florida. So some of these sites will be underwater now, but they were above ground when those animals, passed away and became fossilized for us to study.
Definitely. So I bet we have archaeologists that are super busy under our waters too around Florida.
Yep. So we have a very
Wow.
active underwater archaeology kind of program in Florida. There's different universities that focus on it, and then there's also folks who work on it here, kind of at the state level to kind of coordinate, because there's some things you use for land archaeology that you wouldn't use for underwater archaeology, like diving helmets.
I know, that could be a whole
Yep.
other segment.
Oh yes.
Lydia, I'm going to pull this one more time
All
because
right.
it's irresistible. So here we're thinking, just imagine all those prehistoric creatures living there, and then everyone running for higher ground as the water level changes.
And you've also got to think about how not only does the sea level rise, but all of our lakes and sinkholes are also filling up. So when we talk about Wakulla Springs was more like a small water hole back 12,000 years ago. It wasn't the beautiful springs we see that we can kind of paddle along. It was kind of just a hole in the ground that all the animals and the early Floridians would be using for their water source.
It's a good thing we're going to check out Wakulla too. Thank you, Lydia. There's another thing around the corner I want to look at.
Oh,
We
yeah.
Gently put our lever back to sea level 12,000 years ago. And let's go to the next thing. So, Lydia, we are turning the corner, and it's almost like we're every little step we're moving through hundreds of thousands of years of geological history. And this is really interesting because we just saw in that last exhibit that the shoreline during the Ice Age was much higher. So it's close to where all of this purple is and these yellow dots. Can you tell me what's going on here? What's the purple mean?
So this is actually showing where there's a particular type of stone that the Paleo Indians were able to use to make their tools. And this is called shirt. And it's very easy to kind of flick bits of it off to make sharp points for hunting. And that's big deposits are found here. And also they would have had this much larger area of Florida to live upon with those animals we talked about, those prehistoric roaming mastodons, mammoths, giant camels. So they're all in the area and they're looking for water sources. So you see deposits near these sinkholes, and that's kind of where we see shirt and sinkholes all kind of work together.
Right, because everybody needs to drink fresh water, and that's what's in these sinkholes.
Yes.
So it's incredible. And since we're talking about rocks and we're talking about soil, that really directed where early people were going, right? So they had to go to these higher altitudes.
It wasn't necessarily that they were higher altitudes, but that this outline was all land. So the
Wow.
climate was super different as well. So it's cooler, it's drier, which means we don't see all of our pine forests. We see a lot of grasslands, prairie lands, and then little tiny sinkholes and little patches of forest.
It's amazing how different it looked.
Super different. So you want to think more of like the African savanna. That's what a lot of Florida looked like at this time.
But it sure is interesting to think
Yes.
about, especially knowing this was all grasslands and, of course, freshwater sources. And mixed in that is the chert. Is that the actual name of the rock? Is it called chert?
It's the rock type that comes from limestone. So it's going to be,
Limestone.
you know, pieces that we can really shape into tools we can use for spears. This is kind of before arrows. Mostly we're using kind of cutting tools that you can hold in your hand and making these spears to maybe hunt these large game animals that are going to be around the water holes. So do we see why people are kind of gathering around? They're also looking for the next hunt.
Definitely, because fresh water and food, and Florida is basically a paradise, but a much different one than what we live in today.
And with a lot less rainfall as well. So less rainfall, less freshwater sources, just completely different atmosphere going on.
So once again, it's really the land and how the water interacts with it. Limestone, things like chert, really determine our Florida life, even hundreds of thousands of years ago. Thank you, Lydia. This is so interesting. Can't wait to learn more.
Of course.
So here we are back at the Museum of Florida History, and we just saw a gopher tortoise back at the Tallahassee Museum, and now here I found an amazing giant land tortoise shell. Now, we don't see tortoises quite this big anymore because this one's extinct and really, really old, but we can find smaller tortoises like the gopher tortoise. And you know what? I bet they're distantly related. But I wonder, are there any other really, really big animals that lived in Florida a long time ago that aren't around anymore? I bet we can find some more. Let's take a look. So we've been having so much fun learning all about our natural story of our North Florida area. And part of that story are fossils. So we're gonna make our own artsy fossils today. We're gonna make like a little bedrock, a little fossil bed. So how did I do this? I'll show you how. First, you're gonna need some sort of thick cardboard or thicker material that you can get wet and glue on top of. Then you're going to need some tissue paper, some watered down glue, and a brush that can get gluey. Then you can either use chalk, or you can use paint, or you could even use coffee grounds, and I'll explain that in a second. You'll also want a hot glue gun and an adult's help if you are using a hot glue gun, or you can use just regular white glue, and you'll have to squeeze it really, really hard. So I've already made part of the example right here. So I've got the cardboard piece, and I've got some hot glue gun lines down already. And you can see I've kind of got a shell, another shell, and some plant life. You might want to look up different examples of what a fossil bed looks like to get some different examples. So first, you can either draw on there with a pencil or you can just freehand it. I'm going to make just another leaf, and I'm using the hot glue gun and squeezing and trying to make really thick lines because I want them to stick up. I want to make a relief. So that means I'm making an impression, or I'm adding some height, and I'm going to make an impression around it. So I'm going to squeeze out this glue. I'm going to add just some extra simple lines to show the details. It's okay that there are these little strings that come along with hot glue. I can pull those off in a second. There we go. So remember, you might need an adult's help to work with a hot glue gun. So I'm going to let that cool and dry. These are already cool and dry. So your next step, once the whole board is filled and you've got whatever images you want on there, you're going to take your tissue paper and rip it up into little strips. I've got some right here. Strips that will fit onto your board. You're then going to use some of your watered down glue, and you're going to paint your board and get it all around the edges of the relief that you created. Like that. I'll just show you on this corner. And then you're going to take your tissue paper and you're going to want to layer it a few times. And you want to press it around the edges of the lines that you created. This is creating that relief. You're seeing those edges. There. And then I'm going to add a little bit more glue on the top to make it stick down. So you don't really want too many edges sticking up. So I'm going to press around it. You can also use maybe a pencil edge to push this down, but you just want it to stick. So you're going to layer up tissue paper layers over the whole thing to cover up all of those ridges and edges. You can put as many layers as you want. I would suggest at least 2, maybe 3. So I'm going to let that dry because I already have another example that is dry. So next, once it is dry, you're going to start adding some color, some shadows to it so it makes it look old and like you might have dug it up from the ground. So again, you could use art chalk, you could use some paint, or you could use coffee grounds or dirt. So you could use some old coffee grounds and rub it in there, and that would help stain the surface of it. Or you could use some paint. I've already got some chalk and paint down. I'm gonna just show you an example of some really, really watered down paint. And I'm just gonna paint around the edges, spread that out. You could do a mixture of both of these, however you want it to look. So there's a little bit of paint. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of this chalk. So I've got a brown chalk and I've got a black chalk. So get it all around those edges. I've also got a green chalk. So those things mixed together kind of make it look like it's old and in the dirt. And you really want to make sure you get those edges of your shape so they stick out and you can really see them. This helps create some contrast so you can see all those parts. You can also use a really big brush or a soft brush. So this brush is really soft bristles to kind of even out that chalk. Might get a little messy, so make sure that you're working in an area that you can get messy. So I'm covering it. Might need to layer it a few times. There we go. Need to get down in all of these edges. This is where the paint might be helpful if you use both. And your brush, because you can then brush it around. There we go. Now it's really starting to show. Now, if you do use chalk, it will create some dust, so be aware of that too. Sometimes you can seal the top of it with a little bit of hairspray, or you could just leave it as is and just know that it'll get kind of dusty. You can also just use your water and the chalk, and that will also help spread that color around. There we go. So I still have a little bit more work to do to get this to really pop, but this is a fun activity you can try at home with materials that you most likely just have hanging around. And that way you can make your own fossil bed. So for more activities like this, make sure that you participate in our summer challenge. For more information, you can visit wfsu.org/summer challenge. There you can find our WFSU Summer Challenge checklist and all the different activities that you can do all summer long. Plus, if you keep tuning back into WFSU TV, you can see all summer long different videos we have from our partners all across Tallahassee, and they'll have more fun educational videos and activities for you to try at home and to keep learning all summer long. Plus, while supplies last, you can pick up a WFSU Summer Challenge bag at any Leroy Collins Leon County Public Library branch starting on June 8th. So check those out, again, while supplies last. I'm having so much fun during our Summer Challenge kickoff. Let's keep learning more about fossils. So while I was walking around the Museum of Florida History looking for really, really big animals like this one behind me, I also happened to run into Florida's own Secretary of State, Laurel M. Lee. Welcome, Secretary Lee.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us today.
Absolutely. It's great to be at the Museum of Florida History, and it's great to be part of WFSU's Summer Challenge kickoff.
We're happy to have you. So can you tell me a little bit about why is the Museum of Florida History such an amazing and special place for kids to come and learn about Florida's past?
Absolutely. For children who visit the Museum of Florida History, it's an incredible adventure. Our museum's exhibits span 14,000 years, from Florida's very first inhabitants up through the 20th century. The artifacts that are here demonstrate everything from everyday life to some extraordinary exhibits. So for children who come and see their interactive displays and many different activities that are enjoyable for them, and it's just an incredible adventure to visit.
Absolutely, and along with our summer challenge, we are having a great big adventure. And I've had plenty of questions, and I'm sure kids at home have questions too. Well, luckily, we also have Secretary Lee's daughter, Faith, here. Hey, Faith, welcome, we're glad to have you. Now, do you have any questions about this giant mastodon behind me?
I was wondering, what are some differences between mammoths and mastodons?
You know, that's a really good question. I actually don't know the answer, but luckily, the Museum of Florida History's educator, Lydia, is still here, and she's here to answer those questions for us.
That's an awesome question because Florida had both mammoths and mastodons roaming during the Ice Age. Mastodons are actually a much older species. They're not as closely related as our modern day elephants as mammoths are. They also ate different things than mammoths. Mammoths like to eat grasses versus mastodons who like to crunch on trees and bushes. Mammoths also weren't as tall as modern day elephants, but they were stockier and longer and covered in lots of fur.
Ooh, nice and furry. That's pretty cool. Now, I do have a question. Where did they find this mastodon?
Well, they actually found Herman in Wakulla Springs. They found him underwater, and so they had to pull him up using diving equipment, using techniques for underwater archaeology that were just being created at the time.
Oh, wow, all new technology. That's pretty amazing. So how did they get him up?
They had to use a series of rafts to pull the water away with siphons, as well as a big, chompy kind of crane to pull his bones out so that way they could study them.
Wow, that's amazing. And now here we have this amazing, crazy, giant mastodon skeleton fossil here at the Museum of Florida History. Well, thank you everybody so much for joining us today. Friends, you've got to make sure that the next time you're in downtown Tallahassee to visit the Museum of Florida History, where if you explore, if you look around, you run into great people, you learn lots of cool things, and you find something new, just like we're doing all summer long with the Summer Challenge. Wow, I can't even believe the day that we've had, friends. What a great way to kick off WFSU's Summer Challenge. We've learned so much: soil, fossils, tortoises, hills, but there's still so much to learn. So be sure to check out WFSU's Summer Challenge. Visit wfsu.org/Summer Challenge to find the Summer Challenge checklist so you can participate all summer long. And at the end of the summer, you could earn a whole bunch of PBS Kids prizes and more. While supplies last, you can also visit Leroy Collins Leon County Public Library branch starting June 8th to pick up a free Summer Challenge bag. It's full of activities from all of our friends across North Florida and goodies from us at WFSU Public Media. Oh, but I just don't want this to end. We've had so much fun. We've played in the sand, we've planted things, we found fossils, we made some art, we visited a museum, and we could go to the beach and we could go to the hills, and there's so... Wait, it doesn't have to end. All summer long, tune back into WFSU TV for weekly videos from our friends like at the Challenger Learning Center of Tallahassee, St. Mark's Wildlife Refuge, and Mission San Luis for more activities, demonstrations, and tours. I'll even have more activities to share with you too. Plus, there's a new season of Camp TV premiering the week of June 21st. It's like summer camp, but you don't need any bug spray because you can watch and learn right there at home. Plus, Molly of Denali and the Great One premieres on June 7th, and you don't want to miss that. Well, I guess that's all I have for now, friends, but there's so much to see and do all summer long. We can't wait to see what you discover. It's a summer of possibilities out there.